Yo, what up, Knuckles? It's your buddy Philko here, reporting live from your mama's house, doing my thing as I usually do. You know that most hated dude with the incredible mood, going in on why I'm defending Lil Kim's transformation. Now, if you know me, you probably think I'm defending her transformation because I'm into white girls, but no, it actually has absolutely nothing to do with that. I'm going to talk about a double standard when it comes to people changing themselves. I'm going to speak about it because you know what? This is retarded. This is absolutely retarded to me that so many people are mad or talking about how she hates herself when there's a lot of self-hatreds or so-called self-hatred going on, but no one says anything. So this is going to be a quick, easy video, very simple, and I want to know what you guys think. So you guys are basically telling me, or a lot of you are telling me that it's okay for a man to change themselves into a woman, but it's not okay for a girl to go from looking black to looking white, or from being black to looking white. Why is one better than the other? So some of you might actually give me some science bullshit when it all comes down to not liking the way you are. If you're a man and you become a woman, that means you didn't like being a man, period. You didn't like being a man. That's why you want to change yourself into a woman. This girl is still a woman. She changed herself from being black to looking white, and people are mad about it when it's okay for men or women to change their genders or their sex, whatever you want to call it. And that's okay, but this isn't. I don't see the big difference. I feel if we're going to allow people to change themselves and clap for them, this girl should be clapped for too, and she should get some reward. Only reason that I think people are really complaining about this is because naturally a lot of people, especially black people, and black women, they feel very, they feel kind of inferior towards white women when it comes to the race for men, because usually white women are looked at as beautiful. More beautiful than black women, especially in most places around the world. Like in Asia, a lot of them consider white to be better. We spoke about this when I talked about going to Thailand and shit like that. So a lot of places find white to be better, especially within the women. But my thing is, why get your feelings hurt? My thing is, if you really believe, or if you really felt that black was more beautiful, the fact that she changed herself to white, you would actually look at her as in she's missing out. As she's losing, you'd probably just laugh and you wouldn't be offended because of whatever. It's like, look, when you find yourself to be the best, or you really feel that you're one of the best, you don't care when other people don't want to be a part of your group. You're not offended because your team's the best. You feel like you're awesome. You understand? You feel like you're top of the top. Or if you feel everyone's equal, you probably feel the same way. But if you have some feeling, or you've been influenced or brainwashed into believing that one's better than you, they're basically better than you, when someone joins that team, you're going to have negative feelings to them because you're going to feel they think they're better because of what they did. Or she feels she looks better, or white looks better because of what she did. But let's say, for example, a thin chick decides to become fat. She's like, I want to support the fat people, the fat movement, the everyone's beautiful movement. She becomes really fat, no fat ass, nothing. She just becomes fat. It's not going to be the same. Now, you could bring up things like, fat people didn't go to slavery, whatever. That has nothing to do with today's day when it comes to this kind of thing, changing yourself and how you look. That has nothing to do with it. People cling on to that and use that as an excuse for anything, but I don't give a shit. If somebody thin were to eat a bunch of food and become fat on purpose, no one's going to be like, oh, she's not thin anymore. She thinks she's better than us. No one's going to think that. Because most people honestly don't think being fat's better than being thin. You're going to think, she's missing out. If some guy who's 6'8" were to get a surgery and make himself 5'8", no tall people are like, oh, fuck that nigga. He don't want to be a part of us. Fuck him. He could go be with the short guy. No one's going to feel that way. You'd be like, why the fuck would you do that? Why would you want to be shorter? You'd be more confused. You wouldn't be angry. You wouldn't be offended. You'd be like, it's your loss. So if you feel black is beautiful, and you feel black is more beautiful than white, or just as beautiful, whatever, isn't it her loss? Why is anyone upset like she hates herself? Whatever. Just laugh at her, whatever. I have no negative feelings towards Lil Kim. I'm defending what she's doing, especially because if a man could become a woman and get a hand clap, why can't she get a hand clap for looking the way she wants to look? Mr. Jenner who was a man, becomes a woman, gets an award. She goes from black being white. People are mad. Explain this to me. Explain this. It's how she wants to look. She owes you nothing. She's not hurting you. She's not attacking anybody. She's making herself look the way she wants to look with her money. And I support her all the way. I support her fully. If you got issues thinking that white girls are better than black girls, that's your problem. That's what you're seeing when you look at this. When a lot of you look at this, you're seeing You're basically saying she's saying white looks better than black. Now, if that's her opinion, what's the problem? If there's a fat girl, who makes her a thin girl who makes herself fat because she thinks fat looks better, you're not going to think, oh, she thinks she's better. Like I said before, you're going to think she has an issue. You're going to think she has an issue. If a girl makes herself ugly, like puts pimples all over her face, she goes, pimples are beautiful. I'm like, this girl's kind of crazy. You know, you're not going to be like, oh, she hates her beautiful face. No. You're not going to think that. You're not going to care about that. Just, all right, she just did what she did. You know what I mean? So if you want to talk about self-hate, people who are transgender, that got to be self-hate. People don't speak out against that. But you want to speak out against a woman who looks the way she wants to look. Now, I would understand if she made comments saying black is ugly, black is disgusting, then I would understand it. But doing what she did, that's not saying black is ugly. That's her saying she wants to look the way she wants to fucking look. If I have a choice between cars, let's say my father buys me a blue car. But I have the convenience, I have the situation in which I could trade the blue car and get a red car. Doesn't mean I fucking hate the blue car. It just means I like the red car better. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. That's my preference. And that's how she wants to look. That's her preference. If you got a problem with her preference, that's your issue. That's too bad. Go cry in a corner. She doesn't owe you anything. She owes you nothing. It's how she wants to look. So everyone talking about self-hate, whatever, because you know what? There's self-hate all over the black women community. Look how many black women have fake hair. Even in this motherfucking photo, when she was black, that shit ain't either, that shit ain't hers, or two, she got the shit permed out of it to make it look more like Indian hair. We have mad self-hate in the black community, just that she can afford more self-hate than the average black woman. She can afford more self-hate than the average black woman, yet everyone wants to be mad at her. Where you look at all these black women, all this fake hair and shit, they get lighter skin and they become famous, but she's a problem because she goes all the way. And what's funny is, it's like, I've said this many times, it's like, all right, black women are beautiful, white women are beautiful, whatever, I don't care. My preference is white women. And another reason why I have a preference for white women is like, so many black women imitate white women. It's like, why don't I just get the real thing? You know what I mean? That's what I think sometimes. So that's basically it. That's me, Philko, the most hated dude with the incredible mood. Let me know what you think. I will read the comments on this one. And I'm out, Nyekles. Later.